In the past week, we have gotten a plethora of new polls, all showing that Donald Trump's approval rating is just going down, 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 down. And of course, his approval rating on the handling of issues continues to go down, including on the issue of immigration. As of right now, and for the last several polling cycles we have had, Donald Trump is officially underwater on every single issue, including issues like immigration, where conservatives have typically been very strong. But it's the overall approval rating of both Trump and the Republican Party that is going to present a major problem, because according to the latest data, Trump and, by extension, the Republicans are suffering with what might be the only voting group in the country that actually matters. And I know that's a weird thing to say, but as everybody knows, most of the time, the Democrats are going to vote for Democrats, the Republicans are going to vote for Republicans. It's those people who do not identify as either ones, the unregistered, no party affiliated, but they're registered to vote, the independents, the moderates. Where are they going to go? They're going to go left, they're going to go right. Nobody knows, including those people, because they're so damn wishy-washy. So they're the ones who ultimately decide elections, unless you get enough Democrats to stay home or enough Republicans to stay home. But, ultimately, the moderates, the independents, the no-party affiliated people, they're the ones whose votes really swing elections. And according to the latest polling data here, 37% of respondents said they approve of Trump's job performance, which is down from 40% last month and 43% in May. And that's independents. So for the last 3 months, every month, Trump and Republicans are losing 3% of the moderate independent voters. They're at a 37% approval rating with the independents, the people who, again, actually decide the elections. That is the most important voting bloc or demographic or whatever you want to call it in the country. The major group driving the downturn obviously appears to be independents, with only 29% saying they approve of Trump, which is equivalent to the lowest level he had with them through either of his terms in office. So he's down to 29%. Trump is personally with independents. You don't win elections with a 29% approval rating from independents. And I know Trump is not up for re-election in next year's midterm. He technically is never up for re-election, but God only knows what's going to happen in 2028. But at least for next year, this is horrible for Republicans. But don't tell that to Republicans, because they think it's okay because the public also hates the Democrats. Listen to this. Republicans have indicated they weren't too concerned about the polls, pointing to the Democrats' record low approval ratings of late and the continually steady support Trump has among his base. Okay, yeah, but the Democratic Party also among its base has a very high approval rating, just like Trump does with Republicans, which, by the way, is only 85%, which is not good, actually. And then listen to this. Republican strategist Dave Carney said the Epstein case is a distraction compared to other issues that the average person cares about, like affordability. Okay. But your party is actually also not doing anything about affordability. Right? You can't be like, oh, poof, Epstein's a distraction. People care about why they can't afford groceries. Okay, yeah, but you're making it to where they actually can't afford groceries. So you're saying the thing they care more about is the thing your party keeps failing at. That's not a smart admission. Like, I don't think that was what you meant to say, but by God, it's kind of what you said. Because again, as I mentioned at the beginning, across the board on every issue, which includes economic issues as tariffs, affordability, inflation, Trump's also underwater on those. Yeah, damn. You didn't read the whole poll, did you, buddy? Because Americans care about affordability. And Trump is also failing at that, as are the Republicans, who, of course, just passed the one big beautiful bill that Trump signed on the 4th of July. And that's going to screw over tens of millions of people, most of them in red states. So I agree that Epstein is a bit of a distraction. I don't think it's a distraction as much as I think it's not going to carry over into next year. The American public just doesn't have the capacity mentally to care about something for that long. I'm sorry, they don't. So it's not going to be a factor this time next year as we really get into the midterms. But affordability, something that's still going to be impacting their daily lives more so next year than it is this year, that's going to be a factor. And as much as they dislike Democrats right now, the voters will understand the Democrats have zero power in Washington, D.C. Republicans made things worse. So it's time to do the old independent flip-flop and give the Democrats another shot. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.